By now, you've seen that IT asset lifecycle management isn't just a fancy way of saying we keep a list of computers. You need to have visibility, control, and confidence at every step of an asset's life. And as we've established, spreadsheets and piecemeal systems can only carry you so far. At first, a shared Excel file feels manageable, but then your environment grows. And that's the moment most organizations realize they need a dedicated IT asset management platform. But there's such a large variety of ITAM tools. Some give you amazing visibility but feel like flying a spaceship just to order a laptop. Others promise simplicity but don't give you enough depth to actually manage the lifecycle. So how do you tell the difference between helpful tool and expensive headache? Let's build your ITAM shopping list, the non-negotiables you should look for in any tool if you want it to genuinely support IT asset lifecycle management. 1. Asset inventory. The backbone of any ITAM system is knowing what you actually have. If you're still relying on people to manually update records, you're already behind. Ask yourself, can the tool discover assets on my network and keep the inventory fresh? Does it support remote endpoints and cloud services, not just what's sitting in the office? And will it capture key details like operating system, installed software, serial numbers, and warranty status without me having to chase them down? Because here's the thing, if your asset data is stale or incomplete, every other process from budgeting to security is built on shaky ground. 2. Lifecycle tracking. A good tool doesn't just tell you what you have, it tells you where in its journey that asset is. Can you see whether a device is new, deployed, under repair, or retired, all at a glance? Can you easily flag assets that are nearing end of life or warranty expiration? Remember, IT asset management is about managing, and that requires context, not just numbers. 3. Integration with service desk, HR, and procurement. No ITAM tool should live in a vacuum. Some of the biggest efficiency gains come from how well it connects with the systems that you already use. Can you link an asset directly to its support ticket so you see the full incident history before approving another repair? When a new hire joins, can the tool automatically assign a device? When someone leaves, does it flag what hardware needs to be returned? And does it sync with your purchasing process so new orders flow straight into your inventory instead of waiting for someone to key them in later? Without integrations, you end up playing middleman, and as they say, nobody has time for that. 4. Warranty and contract management. How many times have you paid out of pocket for a repair only to realize later it was still under warranty? A good ITAM tool won't let that happen. It should track warranties, leases, and support contracts automatically, send reminders before they expire, and tie warranty info directly to each asset so your support team doesn't waste time digging. This is a small feature with huge ROI. It pays for itself the first time you avoid an unnecessary replacement. 5. Reporting and dashboards. Last but definitely not least, because if you can't communicate what's happening with your assets, leadership will assume you're just burning money. The right tool should give IT a clear picture of what's active, what's idle, and what's risky. Provide finance with easy-to-read dashboards on costs, warranties, and depreciation, and deliver audit-ready reports for compliance without weeks of manual prep. In other words, the tool should do the heavy lifting so you're not stuck being a human spreadsheet. Pro tip: before committing to a platform, run the 1-week test. Ask, could we get real value from this tool in the first week without a massive rollout project? If the answer is no, the tool is probably too complex or too underpowered for your needs. And some action steps for you. Build your own ITAM shopping list based on the 5 categories above. Review your current ITAM approach. Which boxes are you checking and which are still gaps? If you're evaluating new tools, run the 1-week test during the demo or trial period, and talk with stakeholders, IT, finance, HR, etc., about which features matter most to them, and prioritize accordingly.